What is up, crypto legends? Yes, I can see it in the comment section. It is 2 a.m. in India. Say, bro, it's 2 a.m. What's going on? Just a quick Sunday recap to see what are the possibilities here for the next coming days. Obviously, getting that Sunday preparation for the start of the week, guys. What are the levels? What is the potential price action that could happen? How is everyone doing? I want to talk about something very interesting in this live stream, which is basically the negative correlation that we've had with the S&P 500 the last few weeks. Guys, make sure to destroy that like button on your way in, guys. That will insanely support the channel. Smash that like button, guys, on the way in. It's probably, we're not going to be much people here. It's just a night live stream here, something to get ready for the week. We'll be doing daily updates tomorrow, live streams during the week, obviously. Sunday is to enjoy, is to be with the family. But overall, Sunday night, I like to take a look at the charts, analyze the situation, where could there be the next possible opportunities, get ready for tomorrow, Monday, trading day. And yeah, let's get some music on here, like music, and let's go through the comment section right away. Say hello to the community. We're not going to be much people, as it is very late for some people. It's late here also. How is everybody doing, guys? Hope you're doing absolutely fantastic. Let's go right away. Philip, smash the third like. Hey, thank you very much. Alex, how are you doing? It's 2 a.m. here in India, says Salam. Hello, Mosdev. Dumb world, it's 2 a.m. bro. Yes, I know. Sorry, late live stream. Only be half an hour. Just a Monday preparation for the markets. Analyze the situation here, see what could happen. Andy, I'm waiting. Andy is waiting for $36,000. Yes, I think so. I think, it is very much possible. We are still in an uptrend. I think that we're likely going to hit the level. I think it's unlikely to not go up to the highs, at least on Coinbase. We were just about to hit the highs on Coinbase. I think it's just very likely to happen, right? Whether that breakout is going to be successful or not, well, it's just a matter of time, right? It's just a matter to see, but it's likely to be tested, right? We did get this drop here, still creating higher lows since we had the pump and the dump. You're still creating higher lows. So it's kind of an ascending triangle structure. You still have that, those higher lows, which is obviously bullish. And we are likely going to come and test the $36,000. It would be strange not to do so and start falling down from here, right? Now, obviously, these are disturbing lows that we do have for the coming week, okay? I think that it's likely to create another higher low and test the highs, just because the structure is bullish and we are creating higher lows. So it's just likely that this high is going to be tested, whether it's going to be a successful breakout or it's going to be a massive fake out. So something that I wanted to talk about is the correlation with the stock market. We've had a massive correlation for many, many years. We have had some weeks that we haven't been massive correlated. However, right now, it's very disturbing how the stock market, because we have been talking about this drop here, we're hitting the point of control here from the last 2 years of price action. So we lost this higher low support. Right now, signaling at this level. It's going to be interesting to see what price action is going to be developing tomorrow. This is a very, very strong level. It is also hitting the 618 from this pivot low. Okay, so we had one leg up here, consolidation, correction, and then another leg up from this pivot low, and we are hitting the 618 right there, as you can see. So 618 with point of control is pretty strong confluence. I would be expecting a bounce from this zone. Let's see how we open tomorrow. If we open with a massive, if we do open here with a massive fall, it's not going to be looking great. Breaking down this level is just not going to be looking great. If we do start falling with the S&P 500, I think Bitcoin crypto will likely follow, guys. That's my personal opinion. It is true that the last couple of weeks, if we do see the correlation here in the light blue grayish, I do have the S&P 500 with the candlesticks. There is Bitcoin, and you can see the correlation is, basically there, right? Where we do see the start of the drop in November of 2021, all the way down here to November as well. We can see that on the stock market as well. As you can see, the rally that we've had, okay, from November to November of 2022 till the summer, also very, very correlated. As you can see, both of them, S&P 500 rallying, Bitcoin rallying. Now, what is disturbing here, the S&P 500 has continued dropping, okay, since July, and we can see we can see Bitcoin, pumping like crazy, right? So you can see that pump here with Bitcoin and stock market dropping. Now, maybe this is just going to be short term. If there were to be, I'm not saying that if the stock market starts crashing right now, that Bitcoin is going to continue pumping, right? I think it's unlikely. It's been a speculative event because of the ETF hype the last few weeks. It's pretty obvious that there's been massive speculation with this pump. So if the stock market were to get a crash, okay, a pretty decent corrective move, I personally think that Bitcoin is going to follow. However, stock market is at a great support level and is likely to get some kind of bounce at this zone. I don't think it's going to successfully break down here because there's just a lot of confluence. It's got a high volume node here on the VPVR from the last 2 years. And also we got two pivots to take a look at Fibonacci. Of course, from this pivot low, we basically had a small little bounce at the 382, very, very small one. We haven't got much fib levels from the ultimate low level here from October. But from the start of the next pump, okay, because this is one pump right there, this is part of a corrective move in 3 waves. Then we got this pump right there, and it's basically hitting the 618. So you would expect a bounce. I think it's likely to get a bounce this week. If it starts breaking down, obviously if we open, tomorrow, Monday, and start getting aggressive, move to the downside, it's not going to be looking good, guys. It's not going to be looking good. One short-term bounce here from the 618, pivot low, pivot high. Very, very possible, but overall I would expect continuation to the downside if we do lose this point of control with some pretty aggressive price action. A bit of choppy action beneath it is fine. That could definitely be a kind of a fake out and not enough steam to break beneath this high volume node. We're just gonna have to see tomorrow, but if it starts breaking down here, I'm gonna say, wow, this ain't looking good, and this will likely affect Bitcoin because I would expect stock market to have a deeper corrective move and Bitcoin to follow, even though the last 2 weeks has been pretty fun to see the negative correlation. They are really very correlated. You can see here the rally here since March of 2020 till March of 2021, and even higher. You can see the rally has been the same, peaking out at the same time here. So very, very correlated. Just a couple of weeks. Interesting to see here how it's kind of decoupled for the last few weeks, which is very interesting. I think it's a short-term decoupling. If we were to get a stock market crash, then obviously I would be expecting Bitcoin to follow, right? We have been following here for the last, several years. So it would be very, very strange to see. Is it because there's going to be a super cycle ETF? I'm staying a little bit here skeptical because of that. And there's one reason why, guys. There's one reason why. There is the bearish case scenario that could still play out. We have massive resistance here at the $36,000 range. Why is there big resistance? There's still the possibility of topping out here at some point, and we haven't got much price action to the upside. This could, strangely enough, still be a massive ABC expanded flat. It's still a possibility, okay? I'm bullish on Bitcoin long term. I'm a little bit cautious here because fear and greed index, we are in massive greed at the moment, and yeah, we know what happens here when we are at greed, right? The last time we were at greed was in April and in July, okay? And that is where we started a pretty decent corrective move. We are at those levels right now also with Bitcoin. There's a little bit of a too much hype with the ETF. Something that to be cautious, right? Something to be cautious about. Let's go through the comment section. I'm going to talk about what are the technical moves that have happened during the weekend with Bitcoin, which has been pretty nice. We've had some pretty nice moves here on Bitcoin that have been respecting Some really nice levels, guys. Really nice levels here that I've been respecting here during the weekend. On Saturday, we got a rise to a daily level that was not tapped. This daily level was the daily close and open from Wednesday and Thursday. On Friday, we did not hit it. And then on this recovery, we hit that daily level, hit the 618 from this pivot high to the pivot low, and got a really nice rejection. This was yesterday. Really technical move right there. I did not trade during the weekend, but overall, you know, it's nice to see the technicals, how they're respected. Right now, what is happening? We are facing massive resistance. This was very much a valid short position here at $34,780. Why was this a good short scalp level right there? I think most of you, or a few of you, might know why this rejected from this level just a few hours ago. It's basically the value area high from this entire range. It's fun to see how, you know, the ranges are really nicely respected. You just need to know exactly where to enter and have that good risk management. If you take a look at this range, we can see that that value area high is getting that resistance, as you can see on the chart, from this entire range that we created since the 24th of October. So 5 days of ranging, that big resistance. But also Fibonacci, we do not take Fibonacci from this level, guys, because we basically pierced through all of the fib levels. If you take a look at the high here from the 24th to the low of the drop, you're basically hitting all of the Fibonacci levels, right? So you need new pivot highs and new pivot lows, which is basically this one to this pivot low created here on Friday. 7/8 Fibonacci is exactly at the value area high. So really technical move with Fibonacci, with the value area high, enough confluence to see that rejection. So with this uptrend, a bit confusing. I personally think that we are likely to break out from the value area high, whether we do correct a little bit more. You know, it's pretty nice uptrend that we have during today. I personally think there is a high chance in hitting this high and even hitting the highs from the 24th of October. No doubt it is resistance. It could reject, but it does look like it could have a nice attempt. Something that is disturbing here is that we have a bit of a 3-wave structure here, possibly a 3 corrective wave, but I would expect continuation to the upside, then for it to be 5 waves from that point, okay? That is my personal opinion. Let me know what you think down below, okay, on the side in the comment section. Are you bullish? Are you bearish on Bitcoin? Let's go right away. Why MEXC, not Bybit now? It's a pretty obvious answer. I cannot trade on Bybit, guys. It is what it is. I've been trading there for over 4 years. You know, I'm till I want to trade back on Bybit. You know, till I fix my residence, I'll be going back to Bybit. You know, it's been my favorite one. I've been using it for over 4 years. It's very solid. I'll be going back to Bybit as soon as I can trade on it. But yeah, reason why is I can't trade on Bybit now. So I've been testing out a few exchanges. And obviously MEXC is the one that, you know, hey, the fees are the lowest out there. They are the lowest out there. I've been actually enjoying very much trading on MEXC because I'm scalping a bit more at the moment. I'm happy with these $100, $150 moves of, you know, bounces, rejections, and there's full of opportunities every single day. You know, instead of looking for a day trade or a swing trade, you might be 1 week waiting for a swing trade. You might be 1 entire day or 2 days waiting for a day trade. But for a scalp, you might be just waiting 1 hour on the chart to wait for those levels to be hit. Of course, they're $100 moves or $150 moves on average, but you can get into a couple of trades per day if you're patient and you're doing analysis on those levels. So very technical levels, obviously. And you know, why MEXC? I could not trade on Bybit for the moment, and I've been testing a few, and they have the lowest fees, meaning that I can scalp, and the fees are very low when I take profit on these small moves. On other exchanges, they are very high, guys, and it's probably not worth getting into a $100 move on Bitcoin. On MEXC, it is definitely worth it because they have the lowest fees out there, which is very, very good, guys. You got a great bonus down below in the description, in the pinned comment as well. It's the one that I am using. If I am happy using it, obviously we have an affiliate link as well. I spoke to the team and they gave me this bonus. You still have 7 days to claim this bonus. It's a deposit bonus. You do get this bonus airdropped. The more you deposit, the more you do trade on MEXC, you will get those airdrops, okay, into your futures account. That's how it works, okay? Once you click the link in the description, this will explain everything, okay? So let's continue. That is the reason why I'm not trading on Bybit. What's up, legends? Hey, Father Time, how are you doing? Nice to see you. Philip, with such high rates, S&P rise is probably unlikely. Yes, I mean, you know, you are the best, Jonathan. Thank you very much. If S&P goes to the 200-week SMA, that'd be a crazy level to bounce from. Yes, also possible. I know moving averages are a bit more respected on S&P 500. What's up, my boy? Tommy, how are you doing? Cryptic, smash the like button. Yeah, guys, thank you very much for smashing the like button. Over 300 people at the moment. Absolutely phenomenal. MEXC or Binance? I haven't been using Binance for over 2 years. The reason why, the regulation is getting extremely crazy. KYC is going crazy. I don't personally, I don't trust Binance, even though it's the biggest. I don't know. You know, I had some US dollar tether on Binance, on the Binance Smart Chain once, and it was frozen. You know, I never experienced this with Ethereum network. I never experienced this in crypto. It was frozen. I was like, yeah, come on, you know, that's it. Binance Smart Chain is highly centralized. They can freeze it. They can, you know, they can do whatever they want with it, basically. So yeah, I just don't like it. Don't like Binance. Don't like the Binance Smart Chain. The regulation is crazy. So no KYC is another good thing. Of course, it can be a bad thing long term. You want those regulations, like Bybit as well. You know, but the good thing about Bybit is they're very solid. They're very solid and they're very transparent, and it gives you just confidence in trading on Bybit. I've been using it for over 4 years. MEXC's been around for a few years as well. Is there anything fishy behind it? You know, according to the research from me and my team, you know, it looks pretty solid, okay? Obviously, I wouldn't put millions of dollars there to trade, you know, depending on, you know, how much you want to risk. On any exchanges and crypto exchanges, there is always a risk, right? Who knew that FTX was going to collapse? Obviously, there was some very fishy things happening a few weeks before it collapsed. So, you know, it just, you never know when an exchange is going to collapse, right? So this is why you would not put a huge amount of capital on exchanges to trade, only like 5 to 10% from your portfolio, right? That is what you usually do here when you're trading on these, you know, on the exchanges. So anyway, let's go continue here through the comment section right away. Andy, I see a BAT pattern, sorry, not a BAT pattern, coming soon. Let's get ready for 30K. Yes, of course, on these Bart Simpson patterns, it's actually a Bitcoin pattern. But yeah, I get the point. This is why testing the high could be a massive fake out, right? And then you form this Bart Simpson pattern, right? Where you do have, you know, something like that. Obviously, price action would not do that, but we've seen it many times on Bitcoin. It happens a lot of the times. So this is why once we come to the highs here, it's going to be interesting to see. When we go to the Bybit chart, obviously on Bybit, it is much higher than on Coinbase and a lot of the different exchanges. But that Bart Simpson pattern, which is a Bitcoin pattern, is still definitely possible as you test the highs, right? So it's possible. Let's say that it's possible, but I think there's a high probability in testing the highs. Okay. I had a Bitcoin at Bitcoin, Paul is saying, at $18,000, which is sold at just under $22,000, and now I can't afford full Bitcoin. Lesson learned. Okay, yes. That is very interesting to see. This is the thing, lesson learned. dollar cost averaging is the best strategy. Whether you buying Bitcoin at 20k, 15k, or 30k. I'm not buying Bitcoin the last couple of weeks with this rise. If we go to 40k or 50k, all-time highs in the next coming months, well, it is what it is. I didn't buy enough. I didn't buy more. I would love to see Bitcoin to drop in the next coming months, go to 20k, 15k, 10k. It would be great to buy cheaper for the portfolio. But what if it never happens? This is what usually happens. People are bearish. Look at the economy. Look at this. Look at that. Massive bearish sentiment. And as soon as you know it, Bitcoin's hitting all-time high, right? And you're like, well, I really thought that Bitcoin was going to go down. This is why dollar cost averaging is the best strategy. I dollar cost average all here as well, and now in pretty nice profits. Of course, I'm not going to sell. We drop down here, I'm not going to sell. I'll be buying more if we were to drop into the halving. Happy to do so. But this is the thing, right? A lot of people sold their Bitcoin expecting this to have a movement down from their portfolio. What if it doesn't? What are you going to say to that? Nobody knows at the end of the day, the exact movement that Bitcoin's going to do. So it's just like, I know this is going to go up in the future. Why would I sell here to speculate that I'm going to buy at 15k or 10k? It's just, is it worth it? I think not. Holding Bitcoin for the long run on portfolio, it's just like buy. If it goes down, just buy more, right? So bearish. Fahad is bearish. You're Spanish, why not Bybit? Yeah, in Spain also. Spain did, since May in Spain, you're not allowed to trade on Bybit. Since May. In the UK, since October. Beginning of October. So, yeah, in Spain, it was in May already. They banned crypto trading on Bybit. So, Spain and UK are out. It is what it is. Would you expect a dump before the BTC halving, says Taiwan Ahmed? I think it is very much a possibility. There is the scenario still of the flat ABC corrective move. We have been mirroring the previous cycles, or at least the previous cycle. When we do go to the logarithmic, okay, I was explaining this. This movement was a bit unpredictable. Of course, it was built up on big hype because of the ETF. No doubt it was a bit of a hype pump. Now, when you do take a look at the previous cycle, I was explaining how from peak to peak, it has been 4 years, okay? There was about a few weeks on average of difference. This was in mid-December, this was in mid-November. So yeah, almost a month, but it was in the kind of the 4 year, right, cycle. If you take a look at the peak to the bottom, it was exactly 1 year on both sides from the previous cycle. So this movement in timing was the same. This rally in timing was also the same. There was a few weeks of difference from the peak to peak, okay? A few weeks of difference from peak to peak. So you're expecting, okay, you're kind of expecting, hey, we've been mirroring the movement down, the movement up from peak to peak. It's like this, we're moving it almost the same. So you would expect that corrective move during the next coming months, right? Also November, also December. However, there's small little rallies, of course, inside. However, we've had the hype pump, right? We've had this hype pump the last few weeks because of the Bitcoin spot, Bitcoin ETF, right? But there is, there is something here that is alarming, which is that possibility, all right, looking at Elliott wave theory, that this is a flat ABC. We're not going to do all of the counts, of course, but just looking at this last rally and the because we have been rallying since the beginning of 2023, and you would want to see an ABC corrective move at some point. You would want to see a decent corrective move when you've been moving, within 5 waves to the upside. So, it's strange to see this. I mean, obviously there is the flat ABC right there. Okay, there's the bullish count, which is this one. there is this bullish count, which is we've had 5 waves to the upside and we've had a flat ABC already. Of course, there's the other count, okay? That's the flat ABC, and bang, we are starting the 3rd wave right over here. Okay, this is 1, this is 2. We are starting the 3rd wave that could be massive. When you do take a look at micro counts, there is a possibility that this has been 1 wave, and this has been 2, this has been 3, 4, not overlapping the 1st wave, and this, the 5th wave, being a failed breakout, right? Getting above the 3rd wave. It's still a valid count. And of course, the situation now is this a flat, expanded flat, where you have the B wave, okay, being very expanded. It's currently at the 1.382. It could reach a little bit higher, but possibly top out and then get the movement down here on the C wave. It is quite rare and complex, but it's definitely possible. It's definitely possible. So the thing about this rally is, there's a bit of hype, there's greed, you know, people are getting a little bit too bullish short term, and this could prove us wrong, okay? And it's definitely still a possibility. And that would enter into following the previous cycle, finally entering into, you know, that corrective move here, because the timing here has been very, very similar. So you would expect possibly November or December to be quite bearish. It's possible. Or, like I said, we enter that, you know, we've had the 2nd wave corrective move, right? This being 1, this being 2, we're entering the 3rd wave right now, and maybe create that 5 waves to the upside. Then there's the other macro bearish case scenario that we're entering a much larger bear market, nothing to do with previous cycles, and all of this is going to be a huge, massive A, B, C like this. I mean, you can go pretty crazy with Elliott wave theory. I mean, there's many valid counts here. I prefer to day trade, to scalp, and let it be what it is, whatever it's going to be. I'm happy to buy Bitcoin, you know, dollar cost average, and wait for price to hit all-time high, whether that is in 2025 or 2028, right? You know, whatever the price does here, or, you know, wherever, you know, I would just be happy to dollar cost average, you know, for the next coming years if we were to enter a much larger bear market, guys. You know, it's the easiest, simple strategy that we could have, dollar cost average. The all-time highs will come at some point, okay, in the next coming years, and the strategy is buy as much as you can beneath all-time highs, start dollar cost averaging out as you break the all-time highs. Take 10%, take another 10%, take another 10% as you move up, right? As you move up $5,000 to $10,000, take profits, you know, if it, you know, but always leave something, never sell everything. I only took profit of 25% of my Bitcoin when we were trading at this zone. It was exactly right over here. I only locked 25% profit on Bitcoin from all the Bitcoin that I was buying here back in 2018, 2019. 25% profit only from here. 25% of my Bitcoin sold. So could have I sold more? Yeah, obviously. So I would be selling a little bit more the next time that we do break all-time high, okay? Would take more profits. But never sell everything, right? I'd probably be selling 50% of my Bitcoin, you know, inside of this zone, but never everything, because we never know, you know, what could happen at the end of the day. What happens if we do enter a massive super cycle? Inflation is going absolutely crazy on a lot of the countries, more countries to follow. When we do take a look here, you know, inflation rate with all of these countries, of course, these countries, you know, they definitely have not such a powerful economy like in, you know, the US and, you know, Europe and China and rest of it. But, you know, Venezuela, Sudan, Argentina, inflation rate is over 100%, which is, you know, absolutely crazy. And obviously inflation has been going high, higher the last few years. US got to 10%, I think, by last year. It was pretty crazy, right? Seeing a 10% inflation is very, very high. So I keep all my US dollar tether on Binance Smart Chain. It's decentralized. Okay. I don't want to be the guy that says it's not decentralized. You make sure to do your research. It is highly centralized, the Binance Smart Chain. It is highly centralized. Do more research. I will come with, if you want, with something prepared for the next live stream to explain to you how it's not decentralized. Binance Smart Chain is not decentralized. Ethereum network is decentralized. So, Mark Dirch, thanks for joining. I feel sorry for René Montenegro. You missed out on a more than 100% move up already. No worries, we all learn. Where is René Montenegro? Bull trap. Okay, yes. We have bull trap here. It's disturbing. It's disturbing because, I do see higher. I do see here this being a corrective move. There is a bullish count and there is a bearish count. We do not know how powerful this ETF stuff can be, guys. We have, Galaxy Digital saying, that he personally thinks he's been wrong before in the past, but there's going to be about $40 billion pouring into Bitcoin the first year. And that will only be the start. We can't expect much the first year, but as the years come by, more institutions will learn about Bitcoin. They'll want to invest, and I think it's just going to be a snowball effect. So probably the first year we're going to get a few $1 billion, 40 billion. Market cap from Bitcoin is just over 600 billion at the moment, so the price effect maybe not that much. We don't really know how many institutions are going to rush into Bitcoin. That is for sure. We just don't know, guys. You don't know. So we could enter a super cycle, right? I don't want to be this massive bullish guy, that's over bullish, but we just don't know, guys. The world is in a right state. Inflation's in a right state. Economy's in a right state. And, as soon as a lot of countries don't believe in their own currency, like many countries that have, that has happened, such as Venezuela, Argentina, people, these people don't believe in their government. They don't believe in their currency anymore. They are the highest investors in crypto. Argentina is a massive fan of Bitcoin, big investors in Argentina. Soon as this follows with other countries during the next coming years, what are you going to go to? To gold? Are you, there's going to be Bitcoin that has a massive track record, a big uptrend for the last decade. I think it is pretty obvious, right? It's pretty obvious that, there's nothing going to stop Bitcoin in the coming years. Whether that corrective move comes in the next coming months, well, bring it on, right? I am ready. I got a big, stack of cash on the sidelines that I would love to buy Bitcoin at much cheaper prices. Right. Always the best advice, again, lesson learned, says Paul. Yeah, no financial advice here. Mark Dutch, how are you doing? Calm down. All-time high is far away. Yeah, all-time high is very far away, no doubt about it. Okay, but when Bitcoin goes, it goes. We haven't seen an institution cycle. This is the thing. There's so many different scenarios. Bitcoin has never seen a big recession, a big stock market crash. Okay, big recession. So that could bring the price to much lower levels. Or, Bitcoin has never seen an institution, big massive cycle. The only institution is MicroStrategy, right? Michael Saylor. I think he has over 100,000 Bitcoin. It's absolutely crazy. Just this guy, he can get 100,000 Bitcoin on an average price of about 25 or 30k. Just this guy. It's absolutely crazy. It's imagine, and MicroStrategy is not one of the biggest companies in the US, right? Just imagine all the rest of the companies that want to start pouring in. I mean, the cycle can be, the super cycle can be crazy. It may be not going to be in 2025. It might be in 2028. But overall, it is coming. It is coming. It is coming. So be ready for it. When dollar collapse may see bull run. Yeah. I mean, something interesting about the dollar index, the DXY, it is in a... it was pretty obvious that we were going to rally since we broke these levels, and that we were entering a bullish trend. This bearish trend was broken. Now we're in a bullish trend. I think that we're likely going to continue this DXY bullish trend, but I think it's not going to be very powerful. I'm in doubt that the DXY will reach the highs here from September of 2022. I do see it rallying more, but I do see it topping out at some point. I'm not sure if it will reach these highs from September of 2022. So yeah, but it will collapse at some point, no doubt. El Salvador market maker is just playing with stop loss. Yeah, but hey, you need to learn, how to detect, the stop losses. You want to enter with those stop losses wicks, right? This is why swing failure pattern is, one of the best strategies out there, basically, because you're basically entering at a liquidation event, right? At a stop loss event. And that is when you want to enter, right? So to say there's a massive, there's people shorting right now like crazy from these points, right? Or shorting from here, stop losses, are lying here. So this is like, this is why you get these wicks here to the upside. That's where you possibly want to enter a short. But it seems too easy, right? This level seems too easy. There's a lot of confluence. Weekly naked point of control at just slightly beneath 36K. It would be kind of pretty obvious, right? But no doubt it's a shorting level based on this possible flat ABC. It's just like there could be an epic swing short position. If you want to swing short this, you need to get into your swing short strategy where you have entered I would wait for the high to be taken and reject, and then possibly look for that, entry. But I would go with like 1% here of your capital. And in a few weeks, possibly you're going to make 5%, right? Or maybe even more, obviously, depending on where you put your stop loss. But, it could be even a 10-to-1 risk to reward. So you're risking 1% and you're gaining 10%, right? That's kind of the movement. You're not going to risk, 50% of your portfolio, of your trading capital here to gain, 500%. Yes, that would be epic, but you just need to be careful with those wicks. You need to manage your risk very well. I'm at that point where I'm liking to do 4-5% per week. If I can gain 1% a day, which is very, it's not that easy, but it is very much achievable with scalping. But yeah, like I was saying to the community, I cannot double my account. I cannot double my account in 1 week. My trading capital, I can make 5% of my trading capital in 1 week. They're very much achievable levels with your risk management. Doubling an account in 1 week, I've never done that, trading guys. Never done that, and probably never will, because I have a very, very sustainable way of trading where I'm making small, consistent profits. The moment I risk more, then my emotions kick in. I take bad decisions. If I lose 1% of my capital on a trade, it's like, I don't care. I'll do it. I'll make it tomorrow or after tomorrow in the next trade as I analyze the next high probability scenario. So yeah, one scalping trade that, was mentioned just now in this Sunday update. Let's talk about this level, guys, because where we're bouncing at the moment, just one scenario that I talked about right now. Obviously, it's not an easy setup, but just so you get a deal of what is talked about in the Legends community, right? I haven't been active during the weekend. but I'm going to start being active obviously from tomorrow, is talk about these small setups. I talked about a setup, two setups. One is there's a long scenario, obviously, if you do have a successful breakout based on volume strategy, but it's recognizing the scenario where we are at the moment. We were trading here on the latest update, and we talk about these intraday scalp setups. And I said to the community, look, we are in a bullish trend here. We are in a bullish trend. It looks like that we have some disturbing levels that we need to hit. No doubt that this is resistance. We are at the value area high. This could fail miserably and we're going to drop. It is resistance. But it looks like that we want to have an attempt in breaking it to hit this high. So recognizing the bullish trend that we have here, just on an update that was posted before the live stream, we were trading here. And I'll show you right away in just 1 second. And I said, look, we are trending up. There's nice volume here. We are above a proven resistance zone here from today. That is bouncing as support. As this level has broken here to the upside, we liked to correct in 3 waves. So this has been 1 wave. This has been 2. We could expect a 3 to get beneath this level, and that would be our long trigger right over here. Possibly with a stop loss beneath the low as you recover from this low to possibly come to this high. Now, it does look like it wants to do that. It does look like that price wants to climb up here after people longing from this point and having stop losses beneath this low. They're going to be catched, and then possibly now the price could rise. Now, if you entered a long position here at this moment as this back test happens, because you do back test the level many times. This is why sometimes I say leave your stop loss in place beneath this wick, because what could happen as you SFP from that level, you're going to back test the level and then you're going to rise. Sometimes we protect too soon from our entry point. You get stopped out at break even, then the price leaves without you. So this is basically what we talk about in the Legends community. You see this is an update just an hour ago. That price action when we were trading at $34,750. Watch out for this low to be claimed right over here at 34,580. Watch it. Watch the 618. Watch this move down. Get the SFP. Back test the level and rise. Take a screenshot of this to analyze the trading plan that we do have here prepared. This is basically this price action right over here. It is this move down, claiming the low, bang, stop losses from longs triggered. You jump into a trade as you recover from that level. So what is disturbing right now, as you've claimed this high, it's a protect position. If you do not break this high right now as we are testing it, you know what could happen? We come back down to the lows. So you need to be protected right now. If you cannot break above the highs from the bounce, you want to be defensive. Don't worry, you get stopped out at break even, we'll analyze the next situation. Could we claim the low again and then get the rise? Absolutely. However, as we've finished a 3-wave corrective move on the lower time frames, I do think that there is a high probability that these highs are going to be hit at the moment. The impulsive moves are to the upside. They have high volume to the upside. We've created a 3-wave move right there. People that have been long in here got stopped out with this wick down. and now they're going to miss the move to the upside. But we are patient, we look for the setups, and we recognize that this move here is where we want to enter as we reject from that level. So this was just posted about an hour ago before the live stream, 2 hours ago to be more exact. These are the kind of, we recognize, we are looking at the stop losses. We are entering when the market stops you out so we can enter. That's how we analyze the market. That's how we get our trading plans ready. If you want more of that education, guys, you want to join the Legends community to understand how the price moves. I post videos every single day. I haven't been active during the weekend, but Monday to Friday, it is being really active, being very active Monday to Friday, looking at for these possible setups so we can make a 1% in one day, or make 2% if you can in one day, right, from your trading capital on these scalp moves. So Legends trading community, guys, it is the third link down below in the description, because this is what we talk about. It cannot be any clearer than this. Obviously sometimes we can get stopped out, but the risk to reward is definitely worth it, as you can see here on the chart. There's two trading setups here: rise, breakout, reject, bounce from the high volume node, get up, or come back down here first before rising and test the highs and get into a long position here as you bounce from the 618. So whoever says this is a lottery, it is, it's gambling. Yeah, you basically have no knowledge at all. Right. I like to only do 100x leverage on BTC. What is do you think the best strategy with these high leverage? Scalping. When you high leverage, you need a scalp because your stop loss is close to your butt, right? Well, 100x I think is about $200 with where we're currently at with this price, with Bitcoin being at these price levels. I'm not sure. Yeah, 100x is about $200 liquidation price. With MEXC, you have 200x leverage, and that's like $120 of liquidation. So scalping is your strategy, unless you're an absolute machine and you can get in at the highest point for a swing trade or a lowest point. But when we at these ranges, it's very difficult. Scalping is the best strategy you could do with 100x leverage. Basically you need to use high leverage with scalping, or high capital and low leverage. But leverage is only a tool. It doesn't matter what leverage you use, as long as your invalidation point is not more than 3% of your stop loss. You can use as much leverage as you want, as long as your stop loss is not more than 3%. If you want to be consistent and still be in the game, that is that is what you need to use. Right. Be careful with the hating in the comment section, guys. Behave. You will get eliminated from the comment section from the moderators. 200x scalping is hair-raising stuff. Yes, it is. It is, Philip. Yes, it is. Right. What do you guys recommend right now? Taking a 100% P&L loss, or keep my short open 34,358. 100% P&L loss. My goodness. Yeah, 100% P&L loss if you close right now. Are you cross leveraging? Yeah, unless you can catch a reversal. A guy, another group I follow, managed to get Doge position of $200 at 200x and a local low a few months ago. He rode $150,000. Yeah, this is the thing. Unless you are detecting that massive dump, then you can like rush into a 200x long, because when you can 200x long here or here or here, that if you're riding the uptrend, you're good, right? as long as you can manage your risk and be defensive with your stop loss, it is absolutely fine. Guys, I want to take a minute right now to give a shout out to the K app. They have the web app available right now, which is absolutely awesome. You can buy and sell crypto, okay, here in, an instant. You have the link down below. You can buy, sell cryptocurrency right now with the K web app. You can send cryptocurrency for free and instant, guys, if it's the same pair. Check it out. They have great rewards also here with the KI tiers. They are developing the Caster also credit card is coming very soon. The debit card, sorry, crypto debit card is coming very, very soon. They are developing in the bear market with great stuff coming up here. You can send, receive cryptocurrency for free and instant if it's the same pair. You can buy here also with credit card. It just takes a few minutes and it takes a few seconds to even sign up here on this web, okay? Check it out. The link is down below in the description also for the K web app, guys. If you want to somewhere where to buy crypto easily and very fast, to send and swap cryptocurrency very, very cheaply and instant, you got the K web app, guys. They are developing. They are doing a fantastic job, okay? Check it out, guys. The K app web is live at the moment, okay? You have the link in the description if you want to check it out. So moving forward with Bitcoin, no doubt we're at resistance, like I said. If we do solidly break out, this is something that we're talking about with the legends. So you're getting valuable information here. If we do break out from the value area high, which I think there is a high chance to do in maybe the next coming hours, it's disturbing if we do not reach this high over here. It's a clear liquidity grab. This high at $35,180 is disturbing level that we need to hit, right? If we break out right now with a large amount of volume, we are likely to follow through to test this high. The question is, will we blast through this high and attempt to hit the highs from the 24th of October? Or will we reject from this level? I mean, what is disturbing about this, creating a liquidity grab and getting a massive corrective move from this point, is looking at the rest of exchanges, because we are possibly going to be reaching the highs here on other exchanges such as Coinbase, right? We're basically just a few $100s away. What is disturbing from this high on Coinbase, for example, is very close to the high created on the 24th of October. It's also with other exchanges. So if we do get that rise, question is, will we create that Bart Simpson pattern, that double top or triple top in this case, on the rest of exchanges, and potentially on the Bybit one, this is where we do our analysis, is not going to be reached. If we reach this high, okay, we're pretty far away still from that wick high here on Bybit. Could we massively fail this level here to continue to the upside and reach a new high, a new yearly high? It will be created on Coinbase, it will be created on other spot exchanges, but potentially not on some future exchanges, right? Just like this low was not taken on the future exchanges, right? Who remembers this drop here that happened on the 18th of August? Big, massive drop. It was claimed on the spot exchanges. However, it was not claimed on many of the future exchanges, right? When we do zoom out and we take a look at that low, look at the wick. It was not hit here with this movement down. So, it is definitely a possibility. So it's a high that we need to pay attention here on spot exchanges as well. Because as we claimed this high on Coinbase, It was a failed auction, bang, massive recovery from that point. Now the question is, hey, what if we do hit this high and then reject? You know, on the future exchanges such as Bybit, we possibly maybe not even going to reach it. So we just need to pay attention to that level, because it's a rejecting level, no doubt. Just because you're hitting the highs on the other spot exchanges, you could hit that high and reject aggressively. I would expect one bounce here from the value area high. Very, very likely. However, it can fail miserably, just because we will be reaching the highs on many other exchanges. So it's just something to take into consideration. You know, I would still see this as a possible shorting opportunity, because it also happened at the bottom here. It also happened at the bottom, right? On the futures exchange, we had a massive wick here on the 18th of August. 17th of August, sorry. It was not claimed on the futures exchange. It was claimed on the spot exchanges and created a failed auction, double bottom, right? Bang. Could it happen this time? Also, very, very much possible. So something to take into consideration. This level over here, we need to pay attention to that level, which is on Bybit 35,180. Possible rejection level, guys, for a quick scalp short, day trade short, managing risk very well. Only if we reject from that level. If you break through that level here and just there's basically no failed auction or SFP, then I would say that this is likely going to have a significant pump to hit the highs here on the futures exchanges. Was live with you during that dip. Yes, so I probably did a live stream with that drop, very likely. It would be about pattern. Yes, it would. If it, you know, at least, you know, on the Coinbase chart, it would be a classic Bart Simpson pattern right there, bang, you know, where you have the peaks here and you correct back down. So it's something that, you know, to take into consideration. Be prepared for that level. Be prepared for it. Manage your risk very well. If you do reject from it, you might just reject, create a small little corrective move and then bounce back up. I do not get stopped out at a loss with these moves. I usually get stopped out at break even. You know, a lot of people will get into this short and will get stopped out and lose. But this is, you know, this is how, you know, the experience, the risk management, being a sniper. This is why I get stopped out at break even many times. Many times during the week. This is why MEXC, I'm absolutely loving it, guys. It's I can get stopped out 5 times at break even with MEXC. You know, my capital would have moved, you know, very small amount. Very small amount, because you're basically not paying any fees, guys, which is crazy. There's very small fees compared to the exchanges. They have the lowest fees, okay, out there compared to other exchanges. Check it out, guys. MEXC, it's the one that I've been using now for a few weeks and absolutely loving it with the community. You know, I think it's a great exchange for the moment to you know, an alternative to other exchanges, right? Because I can't trade on Bybit at the moment. If you can trade on Bybit, there is also a great bonus. It's the first link down below in the description. It's $30,000. They do have the highest bonus available out there on future exchanges. I just can't use it, and the one I'm using at the moment is MEXC. So, but if you can use Bybit, I've been using it for over 4 years. Extremely legit platform. You know, you got a great bonus down below of $30,000 on Bybit. I can't use it for the moment because they do have some restrictions, you know, depending on where you live. So it is what it is, but there's always alternatives such as MEXC. Love MEXC, says Ben Knox. Yeah, I love MEXC for the cheap fees. I have saved so much. Me too. Me too. Depending on how much you're trading a week, you know, you can save hundreds of dollars, you know, even thousands, depending if you have very, you know, big, you know, if you're using high capital, obviously on your trades, you can save a lot in fees. when you're scalping. You know, if you're day trading, it's not much of a deal. Day trading and swing trading, because that move is quite large, and you basically, it's basically for scalping, because you can get stopped out at break even, get into 3-4 trades in a day or 5. But if you're day trading, like 1 trade per day, or swing trading 1 trade or 2 per week, or a few weeks, the fees is not much of a big deal, basically. But if you're getting on a lot of trades, then obviously fees is a big deal. So never wanted to offend him. All right, what's going on in here? What's going on here? We don't have a fight. Only love and peace here, guys. Only love and peace, okay? No fighting here in the comment section. Only love. Only got love to share, guys. And good technical analysis, good education. And it's pretty late at the moment, guys. We're going to wrap it up. No fighting. If there's any fighting, we're going to wrap it up. Do another live stream tomorrow. How come everybody talks about the Bart Simpson pattern, but you almost never hear of a whisper about a rare but much more momentum Lisa Simpson pattern? Oh yeah, very true. Very true. I'm careful with the comment section. There's some comments I can't read out loud. But yeah, what about a Lisa Simpson pattern? Yeah, unfortunately, price action doesn't move back. So, Lisa Simpson pattern is invalidated. It cannot happen. It's just a pattern that is not possible. So, let's go right away and lock up this stream. When is peak bull run, Andy? Well, if we were to follow the traditional cycles, it should be in between Q1 and Q2 of 2025. That's the average, but maybe this time is different. And maybe bear market is going to extend. Maybe we're going to hit all-time highs in 2024 because there's going to be a massive institutional, super cycle. Nobody knows what could be around the corner. But like I said, there is a bullish count. That gives us the possibility that we are in bull market already. What is that bullish count? Well, basically, we have already created the first wave and the second wave, and we are already in a massive third wave here. It's possible. It's possible. Maybe this is going to be the institutional driven cycle. All right. Of course, I recognize the hype. I recognize the situation on the globe. I recognize this still possibly being a trap and entering an ABC flat wave here, because there's several ways in counting these waves to the upside. So we are at the limit. If we want to correct, if the price does get above $40,000 successfully, then I do see just a small corrective move and continuation back up. We need to peak out at some point here in between 36K-ish, give a bit of volatility to the upside, just based on a possible ABC flat here. If we get to $40,000, then I'm going to say, it's likely to be continuation bullish, potentially to 50K, because it wouldn't make any sense. There's no possibility of this being a corrective wave anymore if you extend to $40,000. This ain't part of a corrective move. Of course it can be a part of a corrective move based on an ABC, but the B wave will be much more extended just based on the counts here, on the impulsive moves. So if we hit 40K, I do see higher. This has to peak out at some point, 36, 37K max, for it to be an ABC flat. Because there will be more waves here. There will be more waves to the upside if we were to extend to $40,000 and go to much higher levels. Yeah. We'll probably do a stream doing some micro counts and seeing other possibilities. I'm just talking about higher time frame and just let you understand that there is a bearish and a bullish count. But we could do a stream just, you know, analyzing the micro counts here. But it just takes an entire stream to do so, you know. So stop loss, stop loss, stop loss. It smells like it's going to fall right now. Yeah. Possibly, yes. You know, this is the, you know, if you would have longed at this range, this is a defensive trade at the moment. If it falls, you always got the possibility of sweeping up the lows again here and then possibly get the rise. Only if you get the rise is where you're going to long. If it drops, then obviously no long to be taken. It's as simple as that, right? So, you know, if you enter this long position, you get stopped out at break even. Thanks to MEXC, you won't be paying, you know, hardly anything. If you're in other exchanges, you'll probably be paying a bit more. But you could sweep up the lows and you know, have another bounce up. If you do get that rise, you can manage your risk very well. Right. Guys, I'm going to wrap it up. 42k is a 50% from the top to the bottom. A good pullback from there. Yeah, you could definitely, no doubt there will be pullbacks if we do hit that, you know, if we do hit that 50%. Yeah, no doubt for these Fibonacci levels. We're just a few dollars away from the high to hit the 382, at least on the Coinbase chart. I think there was confluence with this pivot high, pivot low. There's Fibonacci confluence here at this level. So 36k range is just such an, we've got a weekly level as well right there, weekly naked point of control. We have the 382 Fibonacci, and from this clear pivot we have the 618. So it's an obvious, you know, I do see a possibility of a double top, no doubt. Definitely a possibility. We're getting a run down here, so probably stop losses are going to get triggered at break even, obviously. But then it's a matter of how is this low going to be hit? You know, you could sweep up the low again and then get the rise. Anyway, guys, trade safe. Subscribe to the channel if you're not subscribed yet. There's going to be daily updates, also live streams. And take care, everybody. Smash up the like button on your way out. Thank you very much. Check out the links down below. You got great bonuses on these exchanges. You got the Legends community if you want those daily updates for scalping opportunities that I am looking at. And you got great bonuses down below on the exchanges. More videos to come during the week, guys. Thank you very much. Thank you, moderators, and I'll see you in the next one.